I never intended to reveal the full truth about my career at my brother's wedding. For years, I let my family believe I had a humble job at a local consultancy, while I quietly built a powerhouse behind the scenes. But Marcus's smug remarks that day changed everything. In the grand ballroom of the Belmont Hotel, under sparkling chandeliers, I adjusted the sleeve of my minimalist navy outfit. Around me, luxury surrounded us, Marcus's signature, flashy, expensive, over the top. My mother approached with her usual critique-laced concern. "There you are, dear. Why so quiet? Everyone's asking what you do nowadays." She scanned my dress, her lips twitching. "Still at that tiny firm?" I smiled faintly. Just yesterday, I had chaired a board session approving the acquisition of a major competitor. "Yes, Mom, still with the consultancy. Keeps me on my toes." She sighed dramatically. "Keeping busy doesn't mean achieving. Look at Marcus, youngest executive at Sterling Corp, and now he's marrying the CEO's daughter. That's what real success looks like." What she didn't know? That so-called tiny firm was Aurora Strategic Partners, one of the most dominant consulting agencies in the region. And I wasn't just working there, I created it. Marcus, ever the showman, approached with his new bride on his arm. "Hiding in corners again, Soph? Some things never change." Jessica giggled. "Marcus told me all about your small job. It's sweet that you're trying to do your own thing." I let their words roll off. 15 years ago, Marcus was barely scraping through college while I graduated top of class. Dad helped him land his first job, told me to keep my head out of the clouds. "Not everyone can be as successful," Jessica chimed, sipping champagne. "Success has many faces," I replied softly. Marcus laughed and leaned in, lowering his voice. "You'll want to stay out of the spotlight tonight. Mr. Harrison Sterling's CEO is coming. He rarely shows up, but for me, big deal." Little did Marcus know that Harrison had been trying, unsuccessfully, to get a meeting with me for weeks. The moment Harrison entered, heads turned. Before Marcus could make his move, Harrison spotted me. "Ms. Mitchell," he called across the room, approaching with a warm handshake. "I had no idea you were related to Marcus." Marcus stopped cold. Jessica blinked. "You know each other?" Harrison looked between us. "We've been chasing Ms. Mitchell for months to negotiate a potential acquisition. Didn't expect to find her here." I smiled. Neither did I. Though, I must admit, seeing family like this offers a new perspective. It hit Marcus like a freight train. The sister he mocked had been the decision-maker they were desperate to reach. The murmurs around the room swelled. Jessica dropped her wine glass, shattering the illusion of superiority that had cloaked my brother's wedding. What followed was a slow, public unraveling. My family realized the truth. Every backhanded comment, every dismissal, had been aimed at the wrong person. When Harrison mentioned the acquisition again, I glanced at Marcus. "Actually," I said coolly, "I'm reconsidering the deal." Marcus blanched. "But you can't." "Oh, but I can. And if we do move forward, we'll need to reevaluate leadership, starting with your role." The rest of the reception played out in stunned silence. Later, my parents begged to talk privately, pleaded for understanding, claimed ignorance, but I reminded them I'd always been there. They simply chose not to see me. Weeks later, at the merger board meeting, I walked in wearing a tailored suit that radiated power. Marcus was already there, pale and anxious. "Sophie, you can't go through with this," he said. I stared at him. "You mean the acquisition or your demotion?" He stammered, apologized, backpedaled. But I made it clear. Any future with Aurora would be earned, not gifted. My parents barged in too, begging, bargaining, justifying the years of favoritism. "You were always too focused on Marcus's path," I told them. "And now you're dealing with the results of that choice." When the meeting began, I delivered the vision for Sterling's future: lean, merit-based, strategic. Through the glass, my family watched. They didn't look triumphant anymore. They looked humbled. Afterward, Harrison nodded at me. "You handled that better than most." "This was never about revenge," I said. "It's about accountability and legacy." I left the boardroom knowing this was just the start. My family no longer saw me as the underdog. They saw me for what I truly was: a force they never saw coming.